Welcome, tech enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into how to disable Microsoft Defender Antivirus in Windows 11. I'll show you 3 different methods, both temporary and permanent solutions. Let's start with the temporary method, which is perfect for those times when you just need to briefly disable protection. First, let's access our Windows settings. Click on the Start menu and select Settings. If you can't find it there, no worries. Just type Settings in your taskbar's search box and click on the result that appears. Once you're in the Settings window, look for Privacy and Security in the left side panel and click it. Now you'll see Windows Security at the top of your screen. Click that. Inside, you'll find Virus and Threat Protection. Go ahead and click it. Under Virus and Threat Protection settings, click on Manage Settings. This takes us to where all the important security switches live. Now we need to systematically turn off several protections. Let's start with Real-Time Protection. This is the main defense system that actively scans for threats as they appear. Toggle this switch to turn it off. Keep in mind that this is a critical security feature, so Windows will want to make sure you know what you're doing. Next is Dev Drive Protection. This feature helps protect developer tools and environments, but it actually gets disabled automatically when we turn off real-time protection, since it relies on the real-time scanning engine to function. Now locate Cloud-Delivered Protection and switch it off. This feature normally helps protect your system by checking unknown files against Microsoft's cloud database. Moving on, find Automatic Sample Submission and turn that off too. This setting usually sends suspicious files to Microsoft for analysis, helping improve protection for all Windows users. Finally, we need to disable Tamper Protection. This is like a security guard for your security settings, preventing other programs or malware from changing them. And there you have it. We have successfully disabled Defender temporarily. Let me restart Windows to show you what happens next. When you restart Windows using this temporary method, some settings will automatically re-enable themselves. As you can see, real-time protection automatically turns itself back on. And since Dev Drive Protection is linked to real-time scanning, it is also reactivated. However, the other settings, Cloud Protection, Automatic Sample Submission, and Tamper Protection, remain off. Now, let's explore our second method for those who want to keep Defender permanently disabled, even after system restarts. Before we start though, I should mention that this method only works if you're using Windows Pro or higher. If you're on Windows Home, don't click away. I'll show you your solution right after this one. First, let's turn off real-time protection one more time. Now, for better visibility, I'll close all these windows we have open. Here's where we start using some advanced Windows features. Press and hold the Windows key on your keyboard, and while holding it, press the R key. This opens up the Run dialog, a powerful tool that gives us direct access to Windows components. In the Run window, type gpedit.msc. This launches the Local Group Policy Editor, a powerful administrative tool that lets us configure various system settings that aren't available through the regular settings interface. Once the Local Group Policy Editor opens, let's navigate through several folders. First, look under Computer Configuration and click on Administrative Templates. From there, go into Windows Components, then find and click on Microsoft Defender Antivirus. In this section, look for an option called Turn off Microsoft Defender Antivirus. You can either right-click and select Edit, or simply double-click it. Either way works fine. This setting directly controls the core functionality of Windows Defender. In the settings window that appears, select Enabled, then click Apply, and finally OK. But we're not done just yet. We need to make one more change to ensure everything's properly disabled. Stay in the current location and look for a folder called Real-Time Protection. Open that up, then find and open Turn off Real-Time Protection. Just like before, select Enabled, click Apply, and then OK. Now let's restart Windows to make sure our changes take effect. This restart is important because it allows Windows to properly apply our new security settings. After the restart, let's verify our changes. Navigate back through Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Windows Security, and finally to Virus and Threat Protection. Give Windows a moment to gather all the protection information. Perfect. As you can see, Windows Defender is now disabled, and more importantly, it stayed disabled even after restarting Windows. Now, you might notice something interesting. The Windows Defender tray icon is showing a green checkmark. Don't let this confuse you. This indicator is actually showing the status of other security features. The virus protection itself is indeed disabled, just as we set it up. Now, let's explore how to permanently disable Windows Defender on the Home Edition. First, we'll need to navigate through Settings, then Privacy and Security, Windows Security, Virus and Threat Protection, and finally to Manage Settings. Just like before, we need to turn off all protections one by one, including Tamper Protection, which helps prevent unwanted changes to security settings. Now, press and hold the Windows key on your keyboard, and press R to open the Run window. Type regedit, and click OK to launch the Registry Editor. This is a powerful tool that lets us make deep system changes. In the Registry Editor, we need to navigate through several folders. First, open hkey_local_machine. Then, look for Software. Inside that, find Policies, then Microsoft, and finally, Locate the Windows Defender folder. Now we need to create a new value. Right-click on any empty space in the right panel. From the context menu, select New, then choose DW-Word 32-bit value. This is a specific type of registry entry that Windows uses to store simple on-off settings. Very carefully type in the name Disable Anti-Spyware. The spelling needs to be exact for this to work. Once you've created it, double-click on this new value. A small window will pop up. Change the value data from 0 to 1, then click OK. Let's restart Windows to apply these changes. What we've just done is add a registry rule that tells Windows to keep Defender disabled. It's essentially the same thing we did with Group Policy in Method 2, just through a different route. After the restart, let's verify our changes. Navigate back through Settings, then Privacy and Security, Windows Security, and finally to Virus and Threat Protection. Give Windows a moment to gather the protection information. Perfect. It's turned off. And just like in Method 2, you'll notice the shield icon shows a green checkmark. Remember, this is because other security features are still active, but the virus protection itself is disabled. If you ever want to re-enable Windows Defender, you'll need to go back through the registry editor and either completely remove the value we added or change its value data back from 1 to 0. And there you have it, tech enthusiasts. You now know 3 different ways to disable Windows Defender in Windows 11. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech tips and tricks. Until next time, happy tweaking!